Hello, my name is Miss Banuelos, and I'm here for a IXL tutorial. P4, find the distance between 2 points. On the first one, it says find the distance between 10 and -6 and 4 and 2. Hint, use the Pythagorean theorem. All right. So first things first, we're going to learn with example if you don't know how to do this. Okay, so on the example, it says find the distance between the 2 points, 7 and -6, and -5 and 10. Hint, use the Pythagorean theorem. And they already have a graph for us, so that's perfectly awesome that they already have it. All right, the distance between 2 points is the Pythagorean theorem uh, in a right triangle only. The length A and B and the hypotenuse length C A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So here's the two legs, which is A and B, and the longer side is C. How else would I know the longer side is C? Is because the 90-degree angle is um, opposite to the C. All right, so now it says to find the distance between 7 and -6 and -5 and 10, you can use the Pythagorean theorem. Draw a right triangle whose hypotenuse connects the 2 points. The right triangle should have vertical legs and horizontal legs, make finding their legs easier. So on the first one right here, this is what they're going to give you. You're going to draw a right triangle. So right here, you're going to go down, straight down, and from 7, -6, you're going to go straight horizontal, right? And they're going to meet up exactly at -5 and -6. So how do we calculate this? Calculate the length of the right triangle legs. You can start with vertical legs. All right, so the vertical leg right here, we're going to use these 2 points, which is -5 and 10, and -6 and -5 and -6. So the length between vertical legs is an absolute value. That means those lines that starts right here, this is a big old line. It looks like an L, lowercase l, and another there. That's the absolute value of the y coordinates. So the y is it's the second number. So on the first one is 10, and on the second one is -6. So we're gonna go we're gonna go 10 minus -6. Remember, two negatives become a positive, so that means 10 plus 6. And 16, the absolute value, it's always gonna be a positive. So after these two lines, if you have a -16, it's gonna be positive 16 because it's an absolute value. So that's our first one. That's how we know 16. Also, an easier way is to count from this point to the bottom point. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Did you see? It's the same number. All right. Now the next one, the length of the other one is -5 and -6, 7 and -6. The length of a horizontal leg is the absolute value of the x coordinate, the one that is going horizontal. Okay? The top and bottom, that was the vertical line. Top and bottom. The horizontal is the bottom. So we're going to get the x only. So the x is the first number. So it's -5 and 7. So -5 minus 7, remember two negatives are adding. So it's -12 equals 12, right? So again, another easier way to find out what this line is by counting from one point to the other. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's how they get 12. But this is how you're supposed to do it. There's two ways, whichever way is easier for you to do. All right. After that, after figuring out what is the point and the numbers in the coordinate plane, we're going to do the Pythagorean theorem. So the formula is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So this is the first leg, a 16 squared, second leg 12 squared equals c squared, because we're trying to figure out what's this distance in this line that they give us. 16 times 16 is 256, and 12 times 12 is 144 equals c squared. 256 plus 144 is 400 equals c squared. Then you square root it, and the answer is 20. So c is the distance, so it cannot be negative. It can never be negative because it's a longer number. It's the bigger number. All right. So let's go ahead and start this. It's a long process, but I am pretty sure you guys can handle, and let's change the color. All right, I'm going to go down first to check where they intersect. Let's check the green for this one. I'm going to go this way, and that's where they intersect. And obviously the line that we want trying to connect, the hypotenuse, the C, this is what we're trying to get, is the red one. All right, with the orange, I am going to count the distance between the top number to the bottom number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. And I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is on this side. And how many from this point to this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 6. All right. Again, so the top and bottom, I'm going to do the formula right here, is using the y-axis. So it would be 2 minus 6. It's the absolute value. This becomes a positive. So 2 plus 6 is 8. Again, that's what I got right there. And the one going this side, I'm going to use pink. We're going to use 4 and negative 6. And we're going to use the x for this horizontal line. And it's 4 minus no, it's not 4. It's 10 because this is the number. So 10 minus 4. So 10 minus 4 is 6. And the absolute value, again, is 6 right here. All right, now we got the numbers. So we got the numbers on this side for A and on this side for B. So now we're going to find the hypotenuse. So 8 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared. Again, how did I get this? With the formula A squared plus B squared equals C squared. All right, and the answer is 8 times 8 is 64, plus 6 times 6 is 36, and we bring down the C squared. 64 plus 36 is 100, and then C squared, we bring it down. How do we get rid of this? What two numbers that are the same make 100? Yes, it's 10. 10 times 10 times 10 equals 100. And that's get rid of. So 10 times 10 equals 100, and that gets rid of one of the 10s, and that's C. Finally, it's our answer. So answer number 1 is 10. On this one, it's pretty easy. It really just trying to figure out what is the distance between the top points to the bottom points. So we're going to connect them anyways to make the line. It's not perfect, but it is what it's on the line. So what we're doing is the length of the vertical leg is the absolute value difference of the y coordinates if it goes up and down, right? So the y is -3 and -10. The first number that we're going to put there is the bottom number, so that's going to be -10. And then we're going to write the top number, which is -3. And again, absolute value, remember, this lines make the number in the middle, if it's negative, it makes it positive. It always makes it positive. So if we have two negatives, we're going to add. And now that we have a positive number and a negative, so we're going to subtract. So 10 minus 3, we can read it like that because 10 has the bigger number, the negative. So 10 minus 3 is 7. So we're still going to keep this negative, -7. Again, the absolute value makes it positive. Once you take it away, it makes it positive. So the answer is 7. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And we're going to write 7. All right, and then we're going to clear the screen. All right, here we go. Another problem. Let's skip this one, see if there's another different one. Okay, an example here. Again, round the decimal to the nearest 10. So find the distance between these points. They're not giving you the graph, so you can't count the numbers, right? You can plot it on your own. You can do it in a piece of paper, then graph it, and make a right triangle, blah, blah, blah. But what are we doing? Let me show you. So first we're going to do the y's. So y2 minus y1. And that's going to be the absolute value. Then we're going to do the purple for the x2 minus x1. All right, for the x1, it's going to be this one, and x2 is going to be this one. The pink one, y1 is going to be this one, and y2 is going to be this one. So y2 is 4, absolute value of 4 minus 10. So 4 minus 10, or you can read it because the negative has the bigger number. 10 minus 4 is 6. We keep the negative, but because we have the absolute value, then that is 6. So we have one side of the triangle, which is 6. And with the purple, we're going to figure out what the other side of the triangle is. So 2 is 10 minus 3, absolute value. 10 minus 3 is 7, absolute value. And that absolute value makes it always a positive. So now how A and B, this is A and this is B. I'm just going to put it. And again, our formula is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So A, I said I was 7. B, I said it was 6 equals to c squared. 7 times 7 is 49. And 6 times 6 is 36 equals to c squared. 49 plus 36 equals 85. And then we bring down the c squared. So we square root the 85. If you have a calculator, you can also go on the calculator on your computer. So 85 square root is 9.21. And it's asking us to round it to the nearest 10. So I'm going to put 90.21 c squared. I'm going to round it to the nearest 10. So if it's before 5, you're going to keep the number. And if the second number is after 5, we're going to add a number to the second after the digit, right? So it's before 5, so we're going to keep 9.2 equals C. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you're not supposed to write the square anymore. All right, so our answer is 9.2. Write it down, 9.2 units. Correct. So you can see right here, I only did four questions and I got 75. 4 questions. That's it. That's all you need to do. All right, let me try one more. I'm gonna skip this one. Let's see if I can clear the screen. And let's skip this one. Jump to the next level. Let's try 91%. All right, we got bigger numbers, but we can do it. All right, I'm gonna pick color purple for the X value 1, X value 2, and then Y value 1 and Y value 2. So for the X, we're gonna say X2 minus X1 absolute value. And then for the Y, we're gonna do Y2 minus Y1 absolute value. Right, so X2 is 6 minus negative 18 absolute value. Negative make a positive. So it's 6 plus 18. 6 plus 18 is 24 absolute value. And absolute value means that once you take it off, it always automatically puts it into a positive number. So that's that one. On the next one, 16 minus 2 absolute value. 16 minus 2 is 14 absolute value. Once you take out the absolute value, means that it's always in positive numbers, so 14. All right, so we have our A and we have our B. For the triangle, we need our C. So let's see. Again, our formula is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A squared is 24 squared plus 14 squared equals C squared. All right, 24 times 24 equals 576. And 14 times 14 equals 196 equals C squared. Now we're going to add these numbers. 196 plus 576 equals 772. And then we're going to square that number because we're trying to get rid of the 2, isolate the C. So square root 772 is approximately 27.78 equals to C. Again, it's asking us to round it to the nearest 10. So the second number after the decimal is after 5. So the first number is going to add one digit. So it'll be 27.8 equals to C. And our answer is 27.8. Brilliant. All right, and that's it for our tutorial. Thank you for watching, and go ahead and start your IXL, and it is P4, find the distance between 2 points. All right, find the distance between 2